Hi folks, my name is Mitch, just doing another video on a game that I'm currently playing called Harvest Town. Please keep in mind that anything mentioned here may or may not change in the future. This game is currently in beta. Today I'm going to be talking about scale powder and fruit trees. So, just gonna try to give you guys some pointers in terms of what to do with them and how to minimize the cost of the fruit trees, just because once you place down a fruit tree, you can't move it on your farmland. You're going to have to chop it down and you're going to have to plant a new one. And these fruit trees can be quite expensive. So first things first is that fruit trees cannot be placed on anywhere where you cannot place crops. So just keep that in mind. Like over here, you can't place any crops down, so you can't place any fruit trees there. However, placing an oak tree or a pine tree is fine. So pine and oak trees are not affected by this restriction. Okay, so we are going to be placing some fruit trees down. And what you want to do is you want to kind of find out where you want to lay out everything. Just do also know that these trees will, when they're fully grown, will block some visuals around your farm. So do understand that if you have a building or if you have a fence around here or there, a small building, it's going to be blocked by the fruit tree. So just know that before placing it down. I'm going to be placing down some fruit trees. These are mango seeds. And I'm placing them right next to each other with understanding that the middle ones will probably not grow up will not grow up full grown. And the edges will. So the first one up here, the third one, and the fifth one down here, they will go full grown, and I don't have to worry about it. However, the other two will not grow up to the point where they start producing fruit. And that's where the scale powder comes in. Now you can use the scale powder at this point in time if you're needing some fruit right away. And each time that you upgrade or you fully grow out these trees, it's going to cost 15 scale powders. So there's a fully grown mango tree. Once you harvest the tree, then it's going to cost another 5 scale powder to make it bear fruit again. And in normal circumstances, when this tree is fully grown, the tree underneath it, since it's so close to one another, will not grow. However, using scale powder will allow it to grow right next to it, and it'll save you on the space on your farmland. Not only that, with this technique, it'll also allow you to produce fruit. So you don't have to worry about, even though the tree is fully grown, maybe it won't produce any fruit because it's so close to one another. That's not true. As long as it's fully grown, it's fully matured, it has already produced fruit, that's where the scale powder comes in, then it'll continuously produce fruit and you don't have to throw any more powder on it. So the idea of this method is just to, again, save on the space that your trees would normally take up on your farmland. And you want to save as much space as you can, because why wouldn't you? Space is very, very important on your area, because especially with the buildings. See, so as you can tell here, I'm just growing up the trees. And there you go. So now that all of these trees right here are producing fruit, they will produce fruit on the same day. This will save you a lot of time, especially if you're worried about going back to the where you planted all your fruit trees, trying to figure out when to pick up the fruit. If it's full grown yet, some of the trees might not be full grown, and so on and so forth. If you have all of them producing fruit on the same day, you just go one time and you're good. You don't have to worry about coming back or whatever. And now everything's done. I didn't want to open that. There you go. And now within 4 or 5 days or so, these will all produce fruit at the same time again. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Like I said, again, put down your fruit trees. You're more than likely going to need one or more than one of each. Recommended is probably at least 3 of each. maybe up to 5, and that should give you enough to produce the things that you want to make in your farm. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. If you haven't done so yet, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.